Welcome. How are you doing today? A few videos ago, I said that if I ever get myself into any shit on YouTube, that I don't expect a single ounce of loyalty from anybody. And that's not exactly true. I expect thoughts and opinions to be the one fucking exposing me and just dragging me. Okay, so I want to talk about the girlies who cover true crime. I recently decided to go back down this rabbit hole of a scandal in the anti-MLM community. So about a year ago, I think last October, this woman named Scambyrleigha, to my knowledge, that is not the name her parents gave her. That is a name she picked. Now, what does anti-MLM YouTube have to do with true crime YouTube? Walk with me. We'll get there. So, last year, Scambyrleigha announced that she didn't want to do anti-MLM content anymore. If you look back at her channel, she never really seemed to have a thing that she did that she liked to make. If you look back at her channel, it looks like she made a video about pop sockets that got 1 million+ views. So she decided to just keep making that same video over and over and over and over. Like, she made an ungodly number of videos about pop sockets, and they are not good, let me tell you. How many times can you show someone different placement positions for pop sockets on their fucking phone case? She also grew her audience to about 250,000 subscribers by doing giveaways. Which, I mean, if that's how you want to cultivate an audience, go right ahead, but they're not sticking around for you, buddy. And I guess when the pop sockets died down, she decided to get into anti-MLM. Now, she has in her bio that she is a law school graduate. Some of those law schools will just hand out degrees, but she's not a lawyer. She's not licensed to practice. I don't think she ever even took the bar because she didn't want to go into law. But she will use the fact that she graduated from law school to act like she knows what she's talking about and to threaten people. No, we don't know if she went into if she specialized in criminal law, civil law, entertainment law, real estate law. And after she announced this, a lot of people were kind of pissed off about it. And Savannah Marie, who was another anti-MLM YouTuber, was on her Instagram stories defending Scambyrleigha and being like, why can't people just switch up their content? It's not a big deal. Which, it's not a big deal. But if you're going to leave a community by shitting on it, that is why your audience is going to be bothered. Because you're not just gradually moving into different genres, branching out. She basically denounced everything that anti-MLM content stood for, and then she announced that she had joined an MLM. And the MLM that she joined was one that she'd previously done videos on and reviewed their products and talked about how terrible they were. And then she posted on Instagram saying, like, I've joined an MLM, come with me on my journey. I owe every cent I ever made off of my anti-MLM videos to the MLM that I've joined, but I can't repay them. Which is interesting that she says she cannot repay the money that she made from those videos, that she believes she now owes to the MLM that she joined. But she later on goes on to threaten every YouTuber who talked about the situation with her. She was striking their videos. She was threatening them with civil suits, legal action. And it's funny because if she doesn't have a couple $1,000s on hand, how the fuck are we supposed to believe that she can afford to keep a lawyer on retainer who is watching all of the videos talking about her scandal and archiving them in preparation to, like, sue them? Earlier this year, 2021, in January, she was doing this live stream where she was kind of having this crisis about how she didn't want to do anti-MLM anymore. She had denounced the community and then joined an MLM. So all of her viewers were like, wait a minute, we watched you because we thought you had the same ideals about shady business practices as we do. But now you're letting us know that you never actually believed anything you said in these videos. And that you were only doing it to make money. And in the middle of her stream, by the way, was when the news broke about the insurrection at the Capitol. And somebody in the chat of her stream was like, oh my gosh, have y'all heard what's going on right now that's really bad? And she was just like, shut up and get the fuck off of my page. She also goes on to let her audience know that no YouTubers, not a single one, actually care about the videos they make. They're all just business women. Which I would say is demonstrably and categorically false. And I think at that point, she had maybe done a couple true crime videos that were performing better than other ones. But I mean, for someone with 250,000 subscribers, she was not hitting even 10,000 views on videos. And in that live, someone in the chat said, well, I liked your true crime videos. Are you going to do more of those? And she said, oh, sure, I can do more of those, but I don't really want to become a true crime channel because it's just so depressing and it's a downer and it's sad and miserable. And then she followed that up with, Pop Socket content's coming back. Okay. So I was thinking about her recently. She occurred to me, and I decided to look at her channel and see what was going on. Now, it looks like there was a massive gap from videos from 3 years ago to ones this year. She had deleted a lot of videos. She did not take a break. She was actively YouTubing during those years. But if you look at her channel now, one would get the impression that she is, and has been for a very long time, a true crime channel. So when I was going back through the videos about what she was doing in the community in regards to anti-MLM, changing her content, saying fuck you to her audience, like she resented her audience for enjoying her MLM or her anti-MLM videos because she only kept doing them because they were getting views and she didn't want to keep making them. And she was mad at her audience for being the reason that she continued to make videos she didn't want to make. She's unhinged. At one point, I will say, this is just a side note, she had mentioned it at some point that she had bipolar disorder, and when she was behaving erratically, people were thinking, okay, maybe she's just having a manic episode. But then she mentions in another video, like, that's unfair for y'all to say because I'll have you know, I have never had a manic episode. And I just want to know, who the fuck is this licensed professional who would diagnose someone with bipolar disorder if they'd never had a manic episode in their entire life? Because that is one of the things that is on the criteria of the diagnostic checklist to warrant a diagnosis of bipolar disorder. If you have never experienced mania in your life, you don't have bipolar disorder. And also, if you have experienced mania or hypomania, that doesn't mean you do have bipolar disorder. There's a very specific list of criteria, and you have to meet a certain number of those symptoms in order to be diagnosed with bipolar disorder. That's whatever. That's just another thing about her that seems, lets me know she's a little batshit crazy. So I looked on Twitter, and I wanted to see if anybody was still talking about her and what was going on. And the only thing I could see was that a few people have been, have tweeted mentioning her and listing her as one of their like favorite true crime YouTube channels. They're putting her up there with Stephanie Harlow, Bailey Sarian, and of all people, Danielle Hallen. Oh, let me tell you about Danielle Hallen. She has fucking integrity. She does not play mid-roll ads. She only plays ads at the beginning and the end of her videos. They're very long. They're very in-depth. She is in touch with these victims and missing persons' families. She keeps up with them. Danielle Hallen is fucking passionate about what she does. And she sacrifices potential YouTube AdSense income for the sake of presenting the information without just cutting herself up with mid-roll ads. And she makes most of her money from sponsorships. So, you know, it kind of offends me that anybody would ever list Danielle Hallen and Scambyrleigha in the same fucking tweet. Unless it were to say, Danielle Hallen has more integrity than fucking Scambyrleigha. And earlier in 2021, and at the height of the scandal, Cruel World Happy Mind made a video about Scambyrleigha. And at the time, I think she had about 70,000 subscribers. And I went looking for that video because it was really good. And I couldn't find it. So this is why you gotta put everything in a playlist, dude, so you can find those unlisted videos. Oh, I love it. But in the description box of a Radiant Brit video, I found a link to Cruel World Happy Minds video. I will link it in the description of this video. Cruel World Happy Mind isn't an anti-MLM channel. She does just like scams and scummy business practices, but that does include multi-level marketing companies sometimes. So anyway, does anybody else remember this shit? I love revisiting old drama and YouTube scandals sometimes, because I feel like it is important to remember where these motherfuckers come from, because they'll get new subscribers who have no fucking idea anything about the bullshit these YouTubers have pulled in the past. I want to thank you for listening. I feel like forgiveness is very important, so I want you to forgive yourself for the time that you've wasted watching this video, and have a good day.